Hey guys, it's Dana. I just hit my hand on the desk. Okay, well, today I'm going to be filming the One Direction tag. Let's go. I don't know what that was. I had a horrible week. My week was ass, basically. So I'm really tired. So, alright, let's get this party started. The first question is, when did you start liking One Direction? It was like end of 2011, early 2012. Yeah, I don't know. Like, my life is all a blur, to be honest. Do you have a favorite boy? Yes, Niall has always been my favorite. I don't know, I've always kind of wondered why I chose for him to be my favorite. I just think it's interesting, you know, like who you pick to be your favorite guy in the band. I think it's because he's blonde and I really like blonde guys, or at least I did. Like, I kind of had a thing for him. But anyway, yeah. What was the first song you ever heard by them? So I'm gonna be really basic and say I'm pretty sure it was What Makes You Beautiful. Which boy do you relate to the most? That, I have never thought about that. Probably Niall or Louis, because they're both really funny, and I don't know if you can tell, because yeah, I don't know if I come off as funny at all, but my friends think I'm really funny, so. Which boy do you relate to the least? These questions are like kind of making me actually have to think today, so I'm not into it. I mean, I can't really relate to any of them besides Louis and Niall. Yeah, let's just skip that. I don't really know. Whose style do you admire the most? Okay. I really like Harry's style. Obviously, he is definitely a fashion icon. But then I really like Niall's style too, because, you know, he wears like purple pants. And then he wears a lot of like athleisure. What is one thing that I love about Liam? I've always liked how caring Liam is and how he's daddy direction. What is the one thing you love about Niall? I guess my favorite thing about him is how funny he is. I enjoy that. Yeah, I also enjoy his face. Yeah. What is one thing you love about Zayn? I love Zayn's high notes. They really get me right in the heart. You know? You guys know. What do I love about Louis? I love how funny Louis is, and I love how he's not afraid to be himself at all. Like, he's just 100% him. And I also like how he says bus, and just how he is very British. Then Harry, what do I love about Harry? I like his dimples and his hair. And then he's just a cute person. You know, he has a cute personality. Have you ever disliked one of the boys? Yes. I don't like Zayn. What I mean by that is, I love Zayn. It's kind of like in your family. Like, you don't have to like your sister or your brother, but you love them. Sometimes you're really mad at them. That's how I feel about Zayn. I'm mad that he left One Direction. I want him to be happy, obviously. I don't want anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. But yeah, I'm just kind of mad about how he handled himself afterwards. Like, he gave, you know, kind of shitty excuses for leaving. He was like, oh, you know, I just want to be a normal 20-year-old. And I'm like, well, dude, that's kind of over for you. Once you're famous, you can't really be unfamous. So even if you're not in One Direction anymore, you're still not going to be a normal 20-year-old. It's just not going to happen for you. Sorry. He just wanted to take a break from music, yet he was in the studio like 2 months later making music. So that doesn't really add up. I've heard some people saying that, you know, the excuses that management made for him, I think those were the excuses that management made for him. I don't know. Are not really what he said. So if you have a different, you know, if you have a different point of view on that situation, then I'm down for that. Nothing that I'm saying are facts or 100% true or whatever. It's just an opinion. Would you rather spend a day with all 5 for a week or just 1? I would rather spend a week with all of them, because I love all of them, you know? Because if I spent a week with just one of them, then I would think, oh, I wish I could spend a week with Louis too, or I wish I could spend a week with You know, Liam too. Do you ever dress like them? No? No, I've never dressed like them. If you do that though, you do you. What is the top played song the boys have ever sung? I think this person means like, what is my top played song that they've ever sung? That's tough. Probably Kiss You. I love that song, and that's probably my most played. I play that one all the time. All the time. What would your reaction be if you met them? I hope I'd be able to keep my cool. Hopefully I'd look really good that day so that, you know, I can make Niall fall in love with me. Yeah. So hopefully I'd be looking like a snack that day. Have you ever been to a concert? Yes. Yeah, I went to the Where We Are tour in 2014. Best time of my life, loved it. And I saw the part of, the part of the tour where Zayn was still there, so I feel very blessed. Have you ever met them? No. How many pictures or GIFs do you have on your computer? So I don't have a lot, actually. I probably only have like 3 pictures of One Direction, and I know, I'm a fake fan. I've really toned it down over the years, I'm sorry. I have a lot of Imagine saved though, but I just saved those recently. I just like to keep them so that I can laugh at them. I really like the one where it's like, Niall crawled inside your ear. You told him to leave, but he's in there. So then, what is the first piece of 1D merchandise you ever bought? When I was really, really into them when I was younger, for one of the Christmases, it was like Christmas 2012, my mom gave me this huge box that was just completely full of One Direction stuff, so I got a lot of things at one time. I got 2 Niall pillowcases. Yes, you heard right, pillowcases. I still have them. Are you the only Directioner at your school? I don't know if any of the girls in my class or at my school are really Directioners. Never seen any of them wearing a One Direction shirt. Never seen any of them talk about them, so I guess you could probably say that I'm the only Directioner at my school. What is your favorite song they sung on the X Factor? Probably Torn. I feel like that's the basic answer, but I really liked that. I mean, that's a sentimental song right there. What is your favorite music video? I guess Night Changes, because I just think the concept is really cool. It was really cute. They were like, oh, let's, give the fans like a chance to like go on a date with us. What is your favorite song off of Up All Night? Probably I Wish. What is your favorite X Factor video diary? Probably the one where Louis is like reading from the book and then he's randomly like, no, Jimmy protested. Probably that one. Honestly, all of them though, because Louis is just particularly funny in those videos. Who do you think has the best hair? Niall has the best hair. Niall, for sure. Because I feel like Niall's hair never was bad, and I feel like a lot of the guys had a stage where their hair kind of looked like shit. So if I'm being blunt here, I'm always blunt though, so don't worry about that. Like when Liam shaved his head, he did it for cancer, which was very wonderful, and I applaud him for that. That's amazing. But it wasn't my favorite hair for him. And then Harry, when his hair was long, I didn't like it like that. And then Zayn, he was really going through a situation like a little bit before he left where his hair was like down like this, and I don't know how to describe it, but I didn't like it. And then Louis' hair in the beginning, like, X Factor days, that, if we're being honest, that was pretty tragic. Who do you think will be married first? I want to say Liam. Who do I think, the next question is, who do I think will be married last? Probably Harry, I just feel like Harry can't be tied down. What is your favorite quote from Harry? Oh, probably, this is a family show. Or is it? I like that one. What's your favorite quote from Liam? I honestly can't. I feel like I'm just exposing myself throughout this video. Like, I can't remember any quotes from Liam. My favorite quote from Louis. Oh, probably that interview where Liam is talking about how Louis brings too many clothes, and then he's like, well, then what do you bring, Liam? No hair. That's funny. My favorite quote from Niall is probably when he's like running through like the hallway in this like place, and a fan yells, "I love you, Niall," and he goes, "I love me." Okay, my favorite quote from Zayn. Oh, probably in This Is Us, when he's like, "Yeah, I'm in a boy band, but I'm in a cool boy band." What made you cry most during a year in the making? Okay, I've seen this like in a couple places. When people say a year in the making, are they talking about This Is Us? I don't know, because I don't think I've ever seen a year in the making. I don't know, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Okay, so this is a real thing. It's not This Is Us. Okay, well, I haven't watched A Year in the Making. Obviously, I will be watching it now. When was the last time you seriously cried over The Boys? Quite recently, actually, because in the past couple months, I've really been dealing with the fact that, you know, like, they're on a hiatus right now, and then also just the fact that they're not how they were when I was young anymore. It's just, One Direction was such a big part of like my middle school years. I mean, I still love them now, obviously, but they were like the focus of my life in middle school because I was just going through a really rough time. I didn't have a lot of friends. Like, I was just kind of struggling. I was overweight, and like, they were the thing that I turned to, and they were the thing that made me happy. On a scale from 1 to 100, how troubled do your friends and family think you are? Well, I think my family, they're not as concerned now as they were when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was convinced that I was going to marry Niall. I was absolutely convinced. You could not tell me that I wasn't going to marry him. Like, you could not. I'd say my parents were like an 80 out of 100 concerned about me. In my life now, my friends are kind of concerned. On a scale of 1 to 100, I would say they're like maybe like a 40 out of 100 concerned. What would you give up just to meet the boys? I would give up a lot of money to meet them. I would donate plasma for One Direction. I would probably give away an organ to meet One Direction. I wouldn't like sacrifice a family member for One Direction though. Or would I? Do you get yelled at by your parents over One Direction? No. Have you ever walked out of class because of a Directionator? No. No, I've never walked out of a class. I've never really had anybody like attack me about liking One Direction. How do you handle it when someone says incredibly rude things about the boys? I don't usually do much about it. I mean, if they don't like them, that's fine. It's not my issue. It's their problem. You know, they obviously just don't have good taste in music, so yeah, that's on them. Have you or do you know anyone who has been to one of the boys' hometowns? No. Have you read their books? No, I have not read any of the books. I would like to, but I have not yet, so. How much money do you think you've spent on One Direction? Definitely over $200. I bought 4 and Made in the AM vinyls, and I bought 2 t-shirts recently, and then I bought Between Us, the perfume. Then I think that's all. Which bromance do you ship the most? I really like Newest because, you know, Niall and Louis are the bomb. I also really liked Zyle because I thought they were cute. Which bromance do you ship the least? Yeah, I like all of them. I don't really have a least favorite. Have you ever been to a signing? No. Thanks for reminding me. I have not. Do you own anything identical to something one of the boys have? I don't think so. When was the last time you told someone off after they were blatantly rude about One Direction? Well, I think we kind of already addressed this. I don't really tell people off. When I was in middle school, I definitely would have said something. I would have been like, fuck you. Like, no, you're dumb. Do you remember the very first picture you saved of any of the boys? Okay, I don't remember the first picture I saved of any of them, but I was looking through my old iPod from back in the glory days of middle school, and there was a picture of Liam on there. What is one thing you love about this fandom? I love how committed we are. I love how we're literally just better than any other fandom. You know, we've released music early, we've crashed websites. You know, when anybody trashes One Direction online, we go to their Twitter and, you know, we tell them to go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? Like, we take it down. What is one thing you don't like about this fandom? Is when the boys will, like, tell fans not to do things and they do them anyway. How many really good friends have you made because of One Direction? None. What do you think their next album should be called? Well, ooh, they should title it The Boys Are Back. Have you ever doubted any of the boys? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna skip that question. I don't know what the fuck that means. So, what is your favorite interview One Direction has ever done? Okay, the bathroom interview that they did, I don't remember who was interviewing them, so that's not helpful, but I'm sure if you typed in One Direction bathroom interview, then it would come up. So, and then also the box interview where they do all the dances and there's that button and it's like, ow, ow, you know, like it makes that sound. That was embarrassing. I'm so sorry I made that noise. But anyway, it's the one where they're like, oh, here we go, give me some, yeah, and then they like start doing the dances and like they're like, oh, yeah, okay, that. Don't make fun of me in the comments. How many of the boys followed you on Twitter? None. Has any of the boys retweeted or responded to one of your tweets? No, they have not. Was there ever a time where you were so close to the boys but weren't able to go to see them? Well, I was at a concert and I did not get to meet them, unfortunately. So that was upsetting, you know? I was able to breathe the same oxygen as them for like 2 hours, but honestly, I don't know if I would have wanted them to see me at that time in my life because I was really struggling, really not looking my best. Was probably a 0 out of 10. So I wouldn't have wanted them to remember me in that way. I love my faces when I'm looking at the questions. I'm like, what? What does the term Directioner mean to you? Well, Directioner to me means a fan of One Direction. Do you think you'll ever meet them? I mean, probably not, but I hope so. I know when Niall does his next tour, I'm gonna try to get VIP tickets, at least for him. I might try to get VIP tickets for the other guys too. If One Direction gets back together, I'm starting a One Direction savings fund, so I will have thousands of dollars saved up by the time they get back together. What's your favorite picture slash GIF of each of the boys? Wow, that's the same question. Oh, okay, of each of the boys and then of One Direction. Okay. I have pictures in mind, but if I try to describe them to you, it won't help and it just won't make any sense. So I will hopefully just do a quick slideshow after this clip. I could be more. How do you refer to the boys? I refer to them as the boys, or their names, or their nicknames, or One Direction, the second coming of Christ, or God's masterpieces, you know, basically any name to glorify them. Do you think they've changed, or will they change? So they've gotten older, their music style has developed into different things. Yeah, they've changed, definitely. Are you still waiting for that DM from Zayn? No, not waiting for the DM from Zayn. Should I be waiting for a DM? I don't know. Anyway, that is the tag. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to do tag videos in the future, I would be happy to do them because I think that tag videos are great and they remind me of the good times back in the day with all the beauty gurus doing the tag videos. And if you want more One Direction videos, then give this video a thumbs up. So anyway, I'll see ya. Bye. My future's not looking bright. I'm sorry, I can't read. I don't have my life together. I don't know what's happening.